is my home. Used to have a brick driveway, but Mac Properties, the evil landlord, ripped it out instead of maintaining it because they said that bricklaying is a lost art. Basically, they, as you'll find out through all my stories, have no idea what they're talking about ever. And now we have to pay for parking spots in our own driveway. But there's purple flowers. The only thing that Mac Properties had listed about this house was that it was a 1930s carriage house. But it's not even 1930s. This house was built in 1904. It was built by William Rep. He had a wife named Catherine. I think William was 53, Catherine was 43. And they had one child, a daughter named Winifred, who was 19. And they had a servant named Mary. She was 23 and was an Irish immigrant. And you had to be pretty wealthy to build a house like this. There were not multi-family homes in this area at the time. And it became a multi-family home in the 40s because there were so many people in Kansas City for the war. This is a bouquet of flowers that was delivered to our door. I guess no one received it. It had a letter. It was wrapped up really nice. I kept the letter, but no one ever claimed it, so she's just sitting out here. It's supposed to be delivered to someone. This is my hummingbird wind chime that is like barely hanging on. We have a good yard to play croquet in. Okay, let's go inside. So like I said, this was built by William Rep in 1904. He was wealthy because he owned a furniture store downtown, which is now the U-Haul storage place. But it was built as his furniture store. It was 6 stories, back when furniture was actually good. Pretty prestigious. I think it at least existed until the 60s. I think it was bought out and under a different name. But it was originally called the Duff and Rep Furniture Store. And this was his house. That's my house. This got damaged at my last Mac Properties apartment because the ceiling was leaking, and when the maintenance man came, he tried to gaslight me into believing that the water wasn't coming from the ceiling, even though I was watching it come from the ceiling. And he told me it was coming from my bathtub, like leaking out of the grout because I was taking baths wrong. And he said, don't let the water go into the overflow drain because it'll just leak out. And I was like, no, the overflow drain just goes out with the rest of the water. If it doesn't, y'all built it wrong. And he never did anything about it. He just was stupid and then he left. So that, obviously, the water had to come from the ceiling. Otherwise, how could the painting get wet? Trying to gaslight me. That Mac keeps trying to eradicate my art and take the humanity out of a random house on a random street. They definitely painted over all these doorknobs too when I moved in. I had to scrape the paint off of everything. And they say they don't want art in our little lobby. Because what if corporate comes and they're confused? That's literally what they said to me. How about corporate learns the concept of being a person and everyone else learn that they actually don't have to do anything about what goes on in my house and just stay out of my life. Isn't that a concept? We're in my house. Kind of a gloomy afternoon. Looks like it's about to rain. So my room, I have this like little print of me. I made this string curtain. Let me set down my tea over here. Pretty bookshelf, you'll see later. Right when you walk into my room, oh, it's so stunning. Like, what? I cannot believe. Another doorknob I pried all the paint off of, a pretty necklace. So, I am obsessed with my desk in the middle of the room. Best thing I've ever done. This barrel furniture, it's a little stool, in case someone wants to chill with me. That barrel furniture my grandpa bought years ago. This desk I made out of an old door. And I have IKEA drawers and legs. But do not buy the IKEA drawers. They are dumb. I need to find good quality drawers. But I have painting I'm working on. I don't know if I want it to be me anymore. But I use the backside as a dry erase board because it's like a laminate. It's like a piece of laminate. And this parasol I need to paint. I have a loom, a seashell I might turn into like a hanging thing. Velvet burnout, shawl. This is my microscope. I cover it up with a scarf. This is the best book ever. where I take my rings off. Usually I have a bomb. Why do they have a mushroom cloud on their thing? And then this is just like a random woman guitar pick that I found. Question mark, question mark. Origami that people made for me at work. So there's my grandpa gave me. I need to put a portrait inside of there. My beloved selenite. This is actual selenite. People will be saying they have selenite, but they don't. It's a different kind of rock. But somebody put this on to this. They like glued it on. And I actually put that downstairs in the common area along with like a table runner, a bouquet of flowers, and it looked really beautiful. The maintenance lady took all of it, literally threw it into a black trash bag and threw it all into the trash. She literally threw this in the trash because she believed that's what she's supposed to do, because she's run by this horrible corporation that's trying to convince her that, you know, we've got to strip all the humanity out of the building. It was obviously an intentional setup, like looked really beautiful. Crazy. So I asked for it back. I left a note and said, if you don't give this back to me and you took it, you're gonna have a curse on you. I believe that. So she gave it back. She said, I threw it in the garbage. Blood of Christ, protect me. Crazy. Crazy what these corporations do to us. I have this new journal. It's very much inspired by look at my sponges, my chair tattoo, and the fact that, like I was saying, William Rep owned the Duff and Rep Furniture Company. That I have all this green stuff now to match. A green candle, green flowers. I got green ink for it. And this is actually from the Duff and Rep Furniture advertisement I found at this birdcage. And I'm tattooing that on my arm right now because I have a lot of furniture tattoos. And I've been wanting a birdcage, so it was cool that they actually had one. This is my Nana and her mom. And this is me if I was a little special. Obviously. She's so sassy. Like, she has a kiss on her. I've never seen other little specials like that. This is my water bottle. So yes, let's go down here. This is my chair. Pretty, pretty. I would love to consolidate my art so that my art supplies so things fit into this box. Besides like my hot glue gun and obvious stuff that's not gonna fit, but I just want everything to fit in here. I just like working with little. This is a copy of the rugs that were in my last apartment building. I feel like YouTube is gonna be weird about the nudes around my house. Titanic, James Dean, passed down on the ground. Let's see. I love this window because you can actually go outside onto the roof. It's actually like a really big rooftop. Guys. Yeah, you could actually go out there. Little things I've got. My cigarette case. Bugs. These bugs are crazy looking. Crazy. Corset paintings everywhere. Most of them were done by me. There's a few that were done by other people. And then I have all different years of stuff. So on the door is my diaper bag for my baby dolls. It was my mom's diaper bag. Different things. And this is my closet. There are 2 closets in this room. So this one has pretty much all of my clothes in it, and the other one's more so accessories. And y'all know I have like a crazy wardrobe. Wardrobe is crazy. I've been obsessed with this cape. It's hand painted fur cape. Y'all know I always love this jacket. Let's see. This is amazing. I wore this the other day. 1910s. I've been loving this. It's so soft. This is rabbit and this is cashmere. And they didn't come together. I like pieced them together. But guys, I have so much stuff. Vivian gave me this suede jacket the other day. But I still try to be minimal with everything. I'm very selective. I think I still have under 100 items, but I'm not sure about that anymore. But close. Back here, all my bottoms. I have a duffel bag back there for when I travel. This is all my little things. I'm obsessed with bags. Everything's in its own bag. I just made these crochet ones. This one's really cute. The blue one. That was my work bag. All my things, my performer outfits. Oh no. Up there, some bottles. The original brick, one of the original bricks for the driveway that was taken out. And some cameras. I have a congested nose and throat situation, so I have to keep taking breaks from talking, but this I mean, floor bed tucked into a nook, right next to a window. The colors are amazing. I don't know what I want to do with this blanket. Do I want to finish it? Do I want to literally restart and make it into like a shawl or a rug or something? I'm so indecisive. I love this bedding. It's got birds and flowers on it, and I've got birds on my pillow. Anything parakeets I have to have because I had one as a kid. I want them again at some point. This is supposed to go with this hot air balloon. We got some Littlest Pet Shops riding in there. And the rest of my collection. And down here some more. And I have a mirror by my bed, which I love. And yeah, I have a little baby toy. Lots of baby toys to collect. This is my other closet. Got some pretty things hanging from it. It's beautiful. It's got all my pajamas here. I have a little bag, penny headpiece. And the bags I have is my snake bag. It's a big bag. I have my old doctor bag, this brown one, and that green clutch. And then, like I said, this little this little one too. And then like this is my robe I love. Just more so stuff on display in here. Different hats, my little baby doll dresses and slips and umbrella. My hats. This of Harry Styles, classic. My shoes. Yep, up there. Some wall of random things. My plant's name is Lover. Very old self-portrait. And then over here, I love this. I need so many display things. I have so many things to put on display. So I love this for it. It's an antique ironing board. So everything on display. A book that I'm making, a journal that I've been putting together that looks like a box of tea. My scrapbook. This is my pet snake's skin, little memorial. Sketchbooks. This children's kind of like scrapbook that I'm working on. I have Kit and her doll. And then under, I made this magazine basket recently, but I don't have anything to put in it. So it's got my laundry, or not my laundry, my library books. And this doll that needs hair. And Fendi copped my look. They have the same dolls in their last show. This wire rack I found. I don't know why someone would not want this. It's so cool, but it has all of my jewelry on it. And my sewing machine is over here. It's got a little horse scarf covering it. And over here we have Ingenuous and Again sweets. And this new mirror I got is absolutely stunning. And then I also get a lot of questions about what is that? It's a water heater for the bathroom next door. And then that is a painting that Isaiah gave to me. Thank you, thank you. I just am like, oh, it's love. It's so perfect. That is my room. Yes. Let's go. Grab my tea. This is my bookshelf. It's kind of scary. It's like cut out, like laser cut out. But it's kind of scary. Like it's like a little bit not trustworthy. But I haven't had an issue with it so far. Like, I mean, it hasn't like collapsed or anything, but it does kind of freak me out. But it's gorgeous. I think it should probably be separated into two smaller ones, which you can. But here, all my makeup. My mom worked for Chanel and Jo Malone, so I am favoring them. But I do really love their products. I don't think that I would use a different fragrance besides Jo Malone because I just love it so much. I have Blackberry and Bay as the main one, and then I mix it with Lime Basil is my favorite, but I also have Wood Sage and Sea Salt and Peony and Blush Suede. But I've been mixing it with the Blackberry and Bay. Beautiful journals. I cannot wait to use different comics. My brother's published in that comic. different kind of magazines. I am so excited to use these journals. Like, oh my god, what? And then this one, I don't do this, like, it's getting hard to hold everything, but oh, that one's so stuck. This one I love too. Like, that is so fun. So you saw my makeup. One of these little cigarettes. This mask. And then I recently, this is my mug by the way. My best friend is named after a racehorse jockey's daughter. So it reminds me of her. I recently recovered a lot of my books and I love the way that it looks. And then these are my journals. These ones are not written in, but these ones are. In order. This shelf. These are more like spirituality books. This is a big book on Van Gogh that I recovered with one of his paintings, some poetry, and this sculpture that I made. And then those are scrapbooks of me and my siblings that I'm working on. And just more books and movies and my Bratz dolls. And here's some children's books. And then there's windows that I want to turn into maybe a little table or something. But they took the windows out of my house, only some of them, because I asked them to replace the pulley systems because they're on weighted pulleys. And the maintenance man refused. He said that he was not going to do that, and I told him that it was super easy, I could do it myself, but somebody cut them and I didn't cut them, so I don't have to replace them. Shout out Stefan, hashtag BFF, took these pictures of me. I need to print out more. So their response to not wanting to do it was just to put all new windows, when all they had to do was just replace the rope. And it's like a 5-minute YouTube video they could have watched to learn how to do it. Some painting on it. Robert Redford. It's another window. This is like my favorite area in the house. This nook is just kismet. It's genius. First of all the blank canvases, I think that looks so dope. And then this. My last name is Thurston, and Howard Thurston was a huge deal in the magician world in the early 1900s. So, and his posters are so cool. My carriage with a nameless child. I love its outfit with the pocket watches. Awesomeness. That's where I like wash my feet off if they get gross. This is Frances. She's got her new vision board thing, which is stunning. I made that recently. And an old car. Crystal, that's a natural citrine. I made this lantern, of course. Yeah, there's like a prison cell print. And then this is like a something diagram that we found in an abandoned building. Let's go into the bathroom. I want to hold her hands, but she wears so many rings. That's Chinese New Year, Year of the Snake. That's my year. I love the way this looks. On my Chanel nail polishes. And this is amazing pistachio onyx. And this red curtain, I mean, the drama, the power, the theatrical element, it's giving everything I needed in my life. I have a sunshine and rainbow towel. And we go. So next I'm going to show you an installation. Set my drink down. This house has like 3 big closets. I don't need all that closet space, so I turn it into an installation. So some bags of weight, just like glass weighting. I didn't make those, but I made this one. It's a blooming flower covered in snow, because that's around I was born in February, so I always think of flower blooms that are covered in snow. This is Manuela. She looks stunning. Male competition, strategies of plants growing together to be more attractive. My mom's biological family I've never met. It's kind of like the eradication of nature and of our native languages. And my Nana, who has Alzheimer's, just kind of like the memory of the planet, the memory of yourself. Trusting that other people will find their way. Some supplies over here. And in the 80s, this house was turned into doctor's offices. And I knew that because it's written on my breaker box. It says Dr. Morris Duncan, physician and surgeon. He had an x-ray machine. He lived with Christy and Barbara. But I live on the 3rd floor, so it just says 3rd floor lights. I thought that was cool. Okay, let's go into the main area. So here she is. Yeah, it's kind of dark in here. I'll start over here. Got little squishy feet. So, love. This nook is like a meditation nook. I went on a retreat to New Mexico and I found a bunch of things on the land and I put them all inside of this old clock. That is just stunning. I love all of those colors. I love the way that it looks. This is one of my favorite paintings. It's kind of getting sun bleached over here, but I think I can fix it. Beautiful. This is a hike that my brother and I went on in California. Some yantras. A print of Julianne Houghtmark. Love her. Love this view. You get to see Paris of the Plains, Eiffel Tower. A little booty. A little dinosaur. More art. I like those magnets. They're like handmade clay faces. Stuff. Painting that my friend Oliver did. I have like a weird spice rack right now that's just like super bizarre stuff. Old painting of mine. This moment has no history. And this closet is filled with stuff. Guys, they're making the light brights different now. They've got them to where they... What's the setting I like? This one. They automatically turn off after 5 minutes or something. And you can't even put the pieces inside of it anymore. You gotta put the pieces in a separate bag. This is my roommate Jade's hairstylist tools. This is my apothecary cabinet, but when I move it's probably gonna be more gonna have more clothes in it. I'll still keep my herbs in it, but I've consolidated some. So everything on the bottom I'm getting rid of, so that'll have clothes down there, but this looks so good. Love. Tinctures, herbs, and then the drawers have art supplies, but they'll have clothes in them. The top two will be clothes, I think, or maybe all of them, I don't know. And another barrel furniture, some candles to give away as gifts, collage. Over here is a big nook. We got Snooty Minge. And I'll turn this light on so you can see. So a little story is A month ago, I went to turn on the overhead lights in here, and the ceiling started sparking. My oven stopped working. Then they turned the microwave off and the dishwasher off and everything because they said that the overhead electrical was unsafe. You know, they said it's one of those things where so many people have been working on it over the years and doing different things, and it honestly was a serious fire hazard. And it was only a matter of time before it was just gonna stop. And my cat, oh, Olive, yay! So eventually it just gave out, and the electrician was dumbfounded. He was like, "This is all done so wrong. It's gonna take me a long time to do, and like I don't even have the time in my schedule to do this. Not many people do." And it's still not done. They've tried to, like, I don't know if people just aren't paying attention enough or what, but they've tried to tell me that the job is done, and I know for a fact that it's not, because the electrician told me, like, he doesn't have the clearance to finish it. So this is a quilt that my Nana made. I've had this couch for forever. I just finished making this blanket. It's absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed. So anyways, so the problem isn't even solved. They have to fix all of these issues with the overhead wiring. It was messed up in so many different ways, right? So we didn't have a way to cook our food for a month. And they were supposed to give us a discount. This is just such a stunning table setup, and my neighbors gifted us these flowers in this album. And it matches the purple that was already over here too, and it just looks so freaking good. Like just sitting here and chillaxing in the morning, and I just love this. This is a tarot deck or an oracle deck. But yeah, so they were supposed to give us a discount for not being able to cook our food for a month. And they decided, oh, we're not going to give you a discount anymore because we think that you caused the problem. And they blamed the whole problem on the fact that I have a stripper pole, a dance pole in my apartment over there. And the electricians and the maintenance man have all agreed that that could not have possibly caused the problem at all. It's just impossible. Like, and when we were putting the pole up, this is a tea tray. I love this, like, glass blown container thing. Around it, it says, "Our being and activity is the same being." I'm making a placemat right now. Anyways, so when we were putting the pole up, we actually got electrocuted, and the electrician, he said that shouldn't have happened. You should have been able to just put it up without a problem. And because you got electrocuted, it shows that there was already a problem going on with the electrical. Right? So we did not cause the problem. We revealed that there was already a problem. My friend Mila gave me this the other day. This is from that herbal retreat I was talking about in New Mexico. The woman who owns the land, her father made this. He kept making a bunch of them when he started going more into dementia. His art changed more into that style, and he scattered them around the land. So if you imagine, like, there's nothing out there, and it's just cacti and trying to find a place to pee, and there's that randomly. So yeah, they tried to blame the whole electrical problem on the fact that we have a pole when it's absolutely impossible. And the electricians and maintenance man are confirming that it is in fact impossible. But management completely denies everything that's being said, and I refused to pay the entirety of my rent. I paid half of it. And they put an eviction notice on my door because I didn't pay all of my rent. And I'm in communication with them. Like, I've talked to them in person. I've made scenes. Like, I'm tired of talking to them because I don't have the time in my day to keep up with all this. I shouldn't have to tell you a million times what I want. Give me my discount. I have the best Mancala game. It's kind of hard to play because there's some big pieces, but some of these are handmade marbles. And it's just yummy. So yeah, I'm still waiting for my discount, which means they have to admit the fact that they were wrong. And I don't know if they could do that. Beautiful. This is someone else's art. That is a porcelain butterfly wing that I put on top of this food scale. Setup. Now it's like kind of blurry. With my art. And then that's another tea tray that has this mailbox that has my tarot cards, but I also have like letters and postcards that I need to send out. And Jade's a hairstylist, like I said, so we have a hairstylist chair. We have this like shiny doodad. And yeah, that's what it do. That closet has Jade's stuff in it. That's what it do. Over here we've got more art, cyanotypes. Your truth is unalterable. When I was telling things to this guy once, he said that turns my head into a pretzel. So I was trying to do, this is the inside of my brain, this is the inside of his. And I have this amazing trunk that is filled with different boxes. But most of the boxes are empty right now. Whenever I move, I'm going to make a video filling up all of the boxes. It's going to be so satisfying. And then I'll just keep a lot of my stuff in storage. I have a croquet game. James, I need to redo that painting. More art. And I do have cat buttons, but she doesn't use them. This is what the lights look like, by the way. Super bright. We usually don't turn them on, but it's kind of pretty sometimes. I think in the video it might look a little bit more harsh than what it is, but it's kind of pretty, right? I'll show you Jade's room on a different day, probably. Future Amelia. I did not film Jade's room like I was supposed to before we started packing. She kind of just started packing and I was like, shit. So everything's obviously different in here now, but I need to show you the attic. Sorry, Jade, I didn't film your room. I feel bad. But attic. I love this poster because he's like in the shadow and there's a shadow. It's little things. We did not know that we were gonna get this attic. There was like no pictures of it or anything come up and we're like, what the? This is awesome. It's huge. Most people can stand up in it. but the slant is pretty intense. Down here it gets taller so you can sit better. Everyone's endless muse. The Absence Attic. Love it. It's where I tap dance. And I got a painting of my friend Caroline. Got some moldy germination happening. So, crazy story that I forgot to tell. Again, everything looks different now because it's getting packed up. Also, I found new drawers, by the way. Shouts out to Sam. These drawers are perfect. Anyway, story I didn't tell. So William Repp, who built this house in 1904, like I said, he had a daughter named Winifred. And fast forward to the late 60s, Winifred was staying in a hotel in Denmark, and she had $70,000 worth of family heirloom jewels stolen from her in that hotel. And I found the newspaper article on that. So that's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna miss this place. Everything's getting packed up in the trunk. Stuff's getting donated. Kitty's sleeping. Say, oh.